welcome to your Elite Weather Forecast. Julie Goodell here. I hope everybody's having a pleasant Monday morning. It's been an interesting morning here across the Twin Cities in Minnesota as we saw a very interesting line of severe thunderstorms roll through a couple hours ago. And what was interesting is that some of the storms, I recorded a couple of the storms. One storm, forward progression, 101 miles per hour, and another sail, 107 miles per hour. Unbelievable forward speeds of some of these storms this morning as they race through the north half of the metro and into central Minnesota. These storms were packing speeds triple digits, so they were hauling butt across the north metro this morning. Tremendous hail with hail in 4 inches in diameter, very large hail. Gusty winds, 160, 70 mile per hour winds. A very impressive line of storms rolled through this morning. So now I think things are going to start to quiet down this afternoon. We might see a isolated threat for a severe storm. Severe storms might be about a 30% chance this afternoon and this evening. But for the most part, it's going to be quiet unless you see one of those storms. But enough of that about the Twin Cities and the interesting morning I had. Now we're going to talk about our city of the day, which is going to be down in Illinois. The city of Peoria, Illinois is our city of the day. You are seeing it being quite warm out there this morning. Hazy sunshine. You do have that temperature of 74 degrees. You're going to see a high of near 80 today. It's just about 11:30 in the morning right now. And you will be seeing those warm conditions as well. You may see an afternoon thunderstorm as well, one of which could be severe. But right now, let's keep on moving and let's talk about that national radar and take a look at where those storms are right now. Okay, so as we're looking at the national radar right now, we are seeing that severe storms here across northern Minnesota. They've raced to the Arrowhead area of Minnesota, so we're seeing some of those crazy storms that we saw earlier today race off that way now at their forward speeds near 100 miles per hour. Pretty impressive there. The steering currents are really strong out there around that area of low pressure that's circulating right about here. And we're seeing those showers across North Dakota as well. And we do have a little snow here falling across the northern Rockies. Boise, you're seeing some snow this morning, so some convective snow out there. So some thunderstorms might also be possible with that snow. So you could see that chance for thunder snow. So that's what's going on across the northern plains and the Pacific Northwest. Oh, it's quiet across the East Coast, across the Southeast as well, and the Midwest, the Southern Plains, Texas, out into the desert Southwest. We're looking at dry weather conditions, but it is going to be hot down here in Texas and the desert Southwest. So here's a look now at the national forecast coming up for your Tuesday. All right, so here we go with our national outlook, and let's take a look at our watches and hazards right now. We have that red flag warnings through a major part of the Southwest here, from Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, and maybe even a small slither of Nevada there. You guys are going to be seeing that dry weather and high winds and warm temperatures adding to that fire danger there. Here's our storm system here across the northern plains. A wind advisory is in place for the Dakotas and Minnesota. In parts of Iowa, you're going to be looking at those winds howling out there about 40 miles per hour. But you will be seeing those storms here across the northern plains, northern Minnesota, and North Dakota. That snow and winter weather advisory out here toward the northern Rockies and in the state of Idaho. But everything's looking great here on the East Coast. Let's move on along to our severe weather outlook. We have that severe weather here across the northern plains, Minnesota, Iowa, as well as Wisconsin, that we're going to be seeing out there for your Monday. So we'll be seeing those showers and those severe storms out there. So we do have that slight risk going on here across the northern plains. where you're going to see that large hail and damaging wind like we saw in Minnesota, and maybe a tornado is also possible for this area as well. Here's what we're going to be seeing for tomorrow. A little bit less severe weather across the northern plains, but nonetheless, we will see some of that across parts of Wisconsin, as well as in down here in Texas and Oklahoma. You could see a severe thunderstorm for your afternoon for tomorrow as well. A slight risk down here across parts of Oklahoma and Texas, where you're going to see that tornado watch is going to be probably posted tomorrow. With this activity, the tornado threat and large hail is going to be your biggest threat with that weather for your Tuesday. And here we are as we take a look at their meso-analysis here. We do have this low pressure center across the northern plains. That's going to lift up into Canada, and that's going to take its storms along with it. As well as this mountain snow here, it's also going to lift into Canada. We have this frontal boundary with a huge area of high pressure over the eastern half of the nation. It's going to help to keep you guys dry through today and tomorrow. Here's a look at tomorrow's forecast, and we're going to be seeing that isolated threat for a severe storm across the northern plains. Pretty quiet day for you Tuesday. A little bit of snow here across the northern Rockies and parts of the Cascades as well, as that big low pressure center is actually going to lift into Canada, because we have high pressure out here that's kind of blocking everything, keeping it from moving to the east. So it's going to get deflected to the north because it can't get around this a giant ridge of high pressure along the east coast there. And here we are as we take a look at your Monday forecast. Those showers and storms here across the northern plains. That snow in the northern Rockies is going to be there for folks in Salt Lake City, maybe Boise, Idaho, Cody, Wyoming. You guys are going to be seeing that snow for your Monday afternoon. But we're going to see a dry country for the most part, from the desert southwest through the plains, the Ohio Valley, the northeast, down into the southeast. Going to be seeing dry weather for you. And we're going to be seeing a mostly dry country again for your Tuesday. Maybe a few storms here across the northern plains. Few snowflakes out there across the Great Basin in Nevada, northern California perhaps. Idaho, parts of Montana, and northeastern Wyoming there could see a few snowflakes, but nothing too heavy with that. Maybe even an isolated thunder snow event too. That dry weather is going to continue down here in Texas, and that threat for a severe thunderstorm across West Texas right here for the most part. But we're going to see a lot of elevated storms, maybe some dry lightning is going to be possible with some of those low precipitation producing supercells down there. Here we are as we take a look at your temperatures for your Monday. That heat will continue down here across Texas as we're seeing those low 100s. We're going to see 101 in San Angelo today. That is going to be the nation's hotspot down there in Texas. And you're going to see those 90s and 80s extend all the way up into the northern plains to nearly into Minnesota. We're going to see temperatures hit the upper 70s to low 80s today. The Pacific Northwest and the North Rockies. The northern Rockies will be the cool area of the country, as you're going to see those 40s and 50s in the mountains, maybe 30s in places where you might see that snow, but otherwise you'll see 50s and 60s in the valleys and along the sea, the coastal sections there in the Pacific Northwest. We'll see the heat cross the Central Valley of California. You're going to be seeing some 80s and 90s, and 80s and 90s across the desert Southwest. And down here along the Northeast, you're going to see those temperatures in the 70s and 80s along the southeastern seaboard there. And down into Florida, you'll see more 80s. And here's what we're going to be seeing for your Tuesday. And we going to fall back a little bit down here in Texas into the upper 90s as opposed to the low 100s. And much of the same here across the northern plains, upper 70s to low 80s. Same thing across the southeast. We're going to see those 80s. We'll see that 40s and snow here across parts of the northern Rockies. Again, 90s and upper 80s down here in the southwest. That was a look at the forecast for your Monday and Tuesday. Dooley Godot here with you with another forecast. Stay tuned for the next video for we talk about your Wednesday coming up. You can always like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok and always leave your comments and your questions. Dooley Godot here, and I'll see you in the next video.